Hey friends, Charles and Jolene from the Gentleman's Journey. Guys, in this video we backpacked 4 miles deep into the Colorado wilderness where we stay overnight at a National Forest Service cabin. We make some dinner, play games, it's a lot of fun. Come along for the journey. So we're back on adventure. Here we are in the bed of the truck. We're making a quick lunch before we hit the trails and go over to a secluded cabin here in Colorado.
Today we have leftover beef and broccoli that our sister-in-law made us.
Oh my goodness, this is so good. Beef, broccoli, rice. They really say to go ahead and drink as much water as you can and have a meal and all that because it's a 4-mile trip out to the cabin. You got everything you gotta take with you, so we're beefing up real quick before we head out. Good boy. So we're over in the San Luis Valley, kind of by the Great Sand Dunes National Park. So you can see we're here. Sand dunes are all over here. Creststone's up here. So we're going 4 miles to the Duncan cabin. Jolene's taking her last real bathroom. How'd it go in there?
Just fine. Better than being outside.
Let me show you the situation. We got my bike, Jolene's bike, and the wagon. So I had everything in my backpack, and it's usually heavy just for me, but taking Jolene and some extra gear, dog food, it got heavy. And I started thinking my bike wheel might not handle my weight and the backpack weight. So we got like 15 minutes down the road from the house and realized we ought to turn around and get this guy. There's not necessarily a good way without a bike rack to pull it, so I'm gonna try to pull it by hand for 4 miles. Remember how I was telling you that we were headed towards the sand dunes? This entire trail, right from the gate, is sand. I mean, I can't even bike this thing on my own, let alone pulling that wagon. So we gotta take the bikes back, take the wagon back, get everything in the backpack, and hike 4 miles in, which we're about 3 hours late already. So let's get that done. Well, let's try this again, guys. They say that prior planning prevents poor performance. And as much research as we did on this trail, there was still the one option to call the rangers ahead of time and check on weather and kind of ask them questions. So that's the big takeaway so far. We'll see if there's any other big takeaways by the end of this trip. Looks like we're on track. Just now hit a mile. How's it feel, babe?
It feels amazing. 3 to go.
3 more of this to go. I think we can do it. Right now we're on hard pack. Back there was nothing but sand. Still got the sand dunes ahead of us, but we're thankful for this hard pack. Pretty close on the 2 mile mark, and right here is the most green section we'll see the whole time. There's a creek going through here that we're gonna have to cross. I think I might have talked about it on a couple of videos back, but I really need a water filter. We could be getting water from here, so we have to carry everything on our backs, but we're still a couple miles from the cabin, so in this scenario it might help, but it still might not because we'd have to hike 2 miles back. So at that point you might as well carry it. And there it is, guys. You saw the transition. 2 miles. I was just past the creek back there. Three miles. 3 miles. 3 miles of sand. Let's keep going. We got our first glimpse of the cabin, and I tell you, we couldn't be more happy or more tired. So obviously we're not at the 4 mile marker yet. That's the cabin, but it's in view. This is what we came for, guys. Check it out. We're gonna have to go look at that once I get this bag off. Maybe a horse corral over there. It's a popular place to go horseback riding, and to be quite frank, I think that's the best way to get here would be horseback.
Duncan cabin, circa 1880. Started in 2011. Look, it's got windows. door. Can you believe it? This is so cute.
Come on, Walter. Come on.
This is not the rugged cabin I was expecting. Look, a first aid kit.
Luckily, we don't need that. Maps,
Look at the
games, firewood,
Ha.
bunk beds. More beds than I thought it had.
This is nice.
Nice antique kitchen cabinet. Look at this stove, guys. We're gonna get familiar with this. Wow, it's actually really quaint.
This is really cute.
Man, did that hard work pay off. This is so good being up here. So we got the cabin in the background, and then there actually is a bathroom over there. So I don't know if we just misunderstood or something, but I'll tell you what, the hike was extremely hard. I wouldn't recommend that hike to anybody, but it's paying off, and the cabin is 10 times what we thought it would be. So all the research and stuff we did just doesn't do it justice, because it's amazing in there. So you got 2 bunk beds. The bottom are both queens. They got sheets on them. You got a kitchen that has all kinds of cooking utensils, pots, pans, plates. I don't know where they're washing the dishes yet, so we're gonna see about that because there's no water out here, but we got some exploring to do. We both got some drinks, strawberry flavor here, coconut flavor. Jolene has a chopstick, and we made some brownies last night. So we're gonna kick back and just kind of relax from that hike, and then we'll take off exploring around here. What are we working with here? Wow, I really didn't expect that. That's not bad. I thought they said to pack in and pack out. There's trash cans up here. That'll make my back happy on the way home. Check out all the claw marks on there, and down here too. Thought this might be a double toilet, but it's a wood stack, which I don't know if anybody knows about, and a mice bucket with a bunch of dead mice in there. I wouldn't mind taking my metal detector and poking around in there. Yep, kind of what I thought. There's a little horse corral because this place is pretty famous to go horseback riding. Here's the front door. It's still going a little bit. Watch for rusty nails. Make sure my tetanus shot's up to date.
Watch for rattlesnakes too.
Watch for snakes. So Jolene mentioned it, but this is circa 1880, the Duncan cabin, and this is the last remaining structure, maybe besides that one, that was from the town of Duncan, Colorado. On the way over, when I had the heavy backpack on, we saw some kind of horse trough, so I'm gonna go over and check that out. And then before you know it, we're gonna get a fire going in the cabin and get some dinner going. Now it's a full-blown scavenger hunt. So yes, there's a trough, and we got a water pipe. Now we gotta go find where the water starts. All right, the pipe keeps going that way, but see all that cactus? We're trying to be good doggy parents, and quite frankly, being 4 miles backed in, really don't want to have too many issues with his feet and all these cactus, so we might not find the end of the water pipe. So we found a little road. We're back on the hunt for the top of that black pipe. I'm kind of thinking a little creek feeds that pipe. At any rate, here's a pinon tree. I was talking about pinon a couple weeks back in a video when I went off with my buddy Richard, and I had some pinon, but we tried to roast them and they were gone. I think the season is like March, maybe April. I don't know. Somebody correct me. But at any rate, this is what a pinon kind of looks like. But this is a pinon tree. A lot of people will put a tarp underneath here and just shake the tree really hard, and they'll fall out at the right season, and you can just bag them up. Comes across the road, keeps going up that way. So I hate littering, but it's so cool to come across old stuff in the wild. This is a paint can. I got a video coming where I'm gonna build a paint can little stove with charcoal. So I'm wondering if someone didn't do that already. More metal up here. More metal here. Who knows? But we got that pipe. It's kind of zigzagging back and forth way up the hill. These are the views I always miss when we go out east. There's nothing like these western skies, as Chris Ledoux says.
One cool thing about this is that you have a code to get in. So you know you're not gonna have any squatters. Looks like the last visitor was 6'5". Owen and June came. Awesome cabin. Hiked into the park for amazing dune view. Saw a good-sized bear about 50 yards from the cabin. That'd be cool to see a bear. So other dude, thunderstorm sun. Love this place. Thank you. Love this cabin.
That's awesome.
It's got some nice netting.
So the 8-year-old child in me just had to see what's in the attic, so I thought I would show you. Nothing. Nothing but mouse poop.
And hantavirus.
So I'm in here lighting the fire, and I have a special little fire starter. I made this on my laser machine. So this is a little Christmas tree, and we thought it would be fitting since we're up here in the mountains. There it is. So a nice little happy tree. There it is. All right, let's get that tree lit up. Happy little tree. Happy little tree is lighting. It's lighting up. I don't know if it's actually gonna light the fire or not, but this pan here just got back from Alaska. So if you guys haven't watched my video from up there, definitely go check that out. Got the dinners on the oven right now, and we thought we'd play a quick round of Battleship, and then we're gonna get the steaks on. It's already 9 o'clock at night, so you can tell it got really dark around here, but honestly guys, this cabin is so cool. We've never done anything like this before. These are just little flaky rolls, and you know what? We just keep flipping them, and they turn out pretty good. We forgot butter, but we got some honey, so I think that's gonna be pretty delicious.
Yum. H7.
Miss. E7.
Hit.
Miss.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. G2.
Hit. I'm the winner with one extra little buddy.
Just had one little steak cooking. I got halfway through eating and forgot to film. How's the steak tonight?
So good.
Chopped it up a little bit. Walter's even had some of the scraps, so he's kind of hanging out by me waiting for more. Are you spoiled, Walter? Are you spoiled? Get that. Are you spoiled?
No! Look at the bottom one is weenie. When in all of my history of making s'mores do I ever lose one?
I don't know. That looks like a chicken legs or something. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and indulge in this first one. So do you want to tell them the bad news or should I?
That I lost a marshmallow?
No, about the coffee situation.
Oh yeah, we didn't bring enough water for coffee for tonight. It's either tonight or tomorrow, so we decided tomorrow is more important for some sweet, sweet caffeine.
Yeah, we got a 4-mile hike out of here, so we gotta have energy for the morning. I'm blaming this one on Walter because, again, we gotta make sure there's enough water for him. I wanna know what you guys think about my plan. You know how marshmallows get stuck to each other? So I went ahead and coated them in powdered sugar. You see that? So far, Jolene's not a big fan of it.
No.
Because the powdered sugar goes everywhere. And it might have actually made it cook weird. But I thought about using flour, and that's just kind of weird. So let me know if you would try that, and if you've got any other way to keep them from sticking together. All right, here's our sleep systems. So you guys, if you watch back the videos, you'll see this blue sleeping bag often. That's mine. And then this little pillow here is my main era pillow in the past, and I actually put that between my legs. I'm a side sleeper. And that pillow back there I grabbed from the house. I finally got myself another, and this is Sea to Summit, another inflatable pillow. So I'm going to be using those two tonight. And then we brought that other one out for Jolene, the older one, from the camper. And then the wider sleeping bag, and I have the mummy bag. So with this fire going all night, we are going to be set. And Walter runs really hot, so he's going to find himself a little hole that's not too hot and just crash out. You know, something special about this one is I like to tell you guys that before I go to bed, I call my wife and we pray together. awesome thing is tonight we're laying in the same bed and we get to pray together. So guys, we're going to say a prayer for you. If you guys ever have a prayer request, make sure and drop it in the comments below. We'd love to answer those. But guys, we'll catch up with you in the morning.
Good morning.
Here's your Becky.
Thank you.
Here's mine.
One. Is it your breakfast? Patty.
So we had breakfast. She's going to the bathroom. I'm going to try to make sense of this mess. Get the sleeping bags rolled up, and then we're going to sweep this place and start making our way down the trail. Well, we got this place cleaned up and our bags are packed and we're ready to go. I wanted to walk around one more time with you guys just because not everybody gets a chance to come up to a cabin like this. So again, it has a bunk bed over here, bunk bed over here. My bag just fell. Has wood that you can only use on the stove here. They want you to use different wood outside for the fire ring. Splitting maul. Has everything for the fire, mop, everything to clean up. Everything in here is stocked full of dishes and all of the silverware you could possibly want. Even a dish strainer. There's pots and pans everywhere. Over here is the guest registry, bunch of maps. Then you have games, and we played the Battleship last night. All kinds of cool stuff in here, guys. So honestly, if you get a chance to come up to a cabin like this, I would definitely give it a go. There's a bunch of them right here in the San Luis Valley in Colorado, so I think we're going to check some more out. Not all of them do you have to hike into. Some you can just drive up to, but honestly, this cabin is an A+ in my book. Let's get out of here. What do you say, Wally? Wanna go play? Let's go play. Come on. Let's go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool place. Walter, you got a stick? You got a stick?
Bonjour.
Let's go, Wally. Get your stick. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. We just hit the 2-mile mark. And that's the river crossing. So Walter got in there and got himself some water, and we have about yay much left in our Nalgene. This is again a point where I wish I had a filter because I could just gulp down a gallon or two right now. But guys, halfway there, and we'll meet up with you at the truck. Oh, we're back. We're back, guys. What do you think, babe?
Would not recommend.
Honestly, that kicked our butts. I've hiked 14ers all around Colorado. Mount Blanca right in the background. I'll take you over and show you. I've hiked Mount Blanca several times. I've summited it twice. And this kicked our butts, guys. It got hot this morning and whew, but at any rate, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more just like this, check out all of our camping adventure playlist over on the Gentleman's Journey. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell. That way you get notified every time one of our videos come out. From adventure to the next adventure, be blessed. Friends, if you like this video and you want to watch more, head over now to the Gentleman's Journey YouTube channel where you'll find a bunch of adventures just like this. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. That way you'll get notified every time we put out another video. We'll catch you in the next one.